Hi Leo, welcome to your September 2017 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. So as you can see, I already have laid out the cards. I kind of went off talking about something else. I think you were a different sign. Maybe it's the post-eclipse effect because I did get to witness that, and even though I didn't get to see the total eclipse, I wasn't in the path of it. It was good enough. Just staring at the sun, watching those red, kind of, the aura was red, and seeing the black and everything. It was really pretty awesome. But the other thing I wanted to really let you know about is that I have love readings. They're tarot and oracle readings specifically for singles called Ready for Love. That's on Vimeo, and for Leo, I actually have it for August too. These ones are for September, but I have the ones for August, love readings. So I'll put a link below for that. I kind of like couldn't figure out how to use Vimeo back then, and then all of a sudden it clicked. But that's going to be down below, but I also am going to put my link to private readings down below as well. And looking at this particular spread right now, remember, this is a general forecast. I think there is somebody in your life now. This could actually be your father. If this is your father, it's somebody who is possibly trying to get you to go into their line of work, because this card could be like a family business, but this could also be somebody. This could be the father of your child, and you're kind of like, I have a feeling that they're not pulling their weight in some way, and you're just kind of like over them. I think you've got your own victories, you know, past tense with the Chariot card, where you're like, I don't need this person, but they should be pulling their weight if you're sharing a child together. And I feel like you're going to get money from your family to support your child. It can also be a card of a boss who is maybe a little bit too remote, and you are possibly going to go your own way. You feel like you have enough to sustain yourself. The Ten of Pentacles can be that you're very financially secure, so you don't need a particular job necessarily. The past position here is a card of mastery and victory. So perhaps you've been doing the type of job where you figure, I could do this on my own, and maybe you've been moonlighting or something, Leo. And given the fact that we have this solar eclipse on the day that I'm recording it, and it's in your sign, you may be having some good stuff coming to you. You've already had a new moon. This is the second one. So you may be feeling like everything is going your way. Why do I need to still work at this place where the person isn't even acknowledging my accomplishments? And you've had these accomplishments. Leo gets pegged as a narcissist, but really Leo likes to be admired. That's for sure, but we all like to be admired to some degree. Some people need it more than others, but I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to be appreciated. That's not being a narcissist. And if you've been dealing with that either in your profession or in your private life, you may be like, I'm done. So maybe this is also in your private, this could be your private relationship. Maybe you're with an Aquarius. That was the one thing that I got with Aquarius. This is your opposite sign, but perhaps a Gemini or a Libra. And the other person really doesn't seem to be warm to you. They don't share their feelings, and you feel like you're kind of by yourself, and you don't like that feeling. The other thing is, this could be a legal decision. So this could be an inheritance. Why can't I say the word inheritance? An inheritance issue. That's what the Ten of Pentacles could be. But because you got the Chariot, it's going to be favorable to you, I would think. The higher message is the Hierophant. If there is some kind of inheritance victory, you may be thinking, how much do I owe the family? Maybe there was a situation where you received more than one of your siblings. I'm just using that as an example, and that has created some kind of division, and you're wondering, do I need to be loyal to my family, or do I need to stick to tradition or convention when it comes to these matters? And it all depends. I mean, sometimes with inheritance issues specifically, you're looking at the person who you want to honor that person's wishes as well. And this is something that I had to deal with myself, where I felt that I was being treated unfairly. And when I really looked at the bigger picture, I thought, you know something, and this is supposed to be the bigger picture, but this is just kind of talking about the issue of like how we are conditioned by society, perhaps. I mean, there could be multiple reasons, or the sense of duty that we might feel. But in my particular case, I thought, yeah, maybe I could hire a lawyer. Maybe I could make a case for this. But this was what this person wanted. And even if I think they were coerced or what have you, I still feel like I don't want to deal with lawyers, and I don't want to ever kind of contradict or go against what the person wanted. And even though I had my own particular emotions around it, that's how I chose to deal with it. So I sought peace over the need to be right. And for you, you might be on the receiving end. You may, you got the Chariot, you got the Ten of Pentacles, Leo. So you might be somebody who doesn't have a need to complain. Maybe others around you are complaining. And that is bringing up within yourself, where does duty come into this? Where does family loyalty come into this? You are big about loyalty, but sometimes people can take advantage of these issues. Maybe they were not there for that person. Maybe they were, for some reason, not close to that person the way that you were. And that's just how it played itself out. If this is an issue surrounding family pressure for you to join their business and let go of your career desires, or maybe you're at that age where you're looking, and I shouldn't just limit it to somebody in their 20s or late teens. I was thinking in terms of course of studies and going into a certain profession, and they want you to go into a certain thing. I think this would be more those who are looking to go into a certain line of work. So it would have been when you're done with studies, but who knows? If someone in your family is trying to get you to do what they want you to do, you have to ask yourself, whose life is it? Because if you live somebody else's life, how can you fulfill your destiny? I'm not talking about some kind of feeling of responsibility. There may be special circumstances that require you to give up what you're doing to take care of a family business so it doesn't go bankrupt. And that may be a sacrifice you're willing to make because of maybe you have a family member who has a health challenge and you want to be there for them. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody who wants to give up your dreams to fulfill their egoic needs. No. I mean, that's just my opinion. I say no to that. And you have to decide for yourself what you're willing to sacrifice. If it's really something you want to do, then it won't be a sacrifice. What is crossing you is the Three of Wands. You may be really wanting to go and do something, Leo, and you feel like you are trapped. And this too shall pass. Remember that Mercury has been retrograde. And for you, by the way, it started in your second house of earned income. It went back into your sign. So you see, as the month of September begins, Mercury is in your sign, and you may feel kind of like out of kilter or off kilter. So wait for around the 19th, the 20th, when there's a new moon in Virgo, that will bring new fresh energy to that second house of earned income and that's when Mercury will regain its strength and everything should be business as usual. Good time for launching during the latter part of September. And so that may just be a temporary blip that has occurred in some plans of yours. So don't sweat it. If you're feeling like you want to go far away and your family is trying to keep you close, that's something that you can work out as well. You have to either decide what you're going to do, decide that you're going to be self-supporting so that you don't have to answer to anybody, and that requires you to have money, or you're going to just have to accept that people are going to be disappointed with your choices, and you're going to have to allow them to be disappointed because you are really looking to the horizons, to really make major changes. And what's your ninth house? Your ninth house, I believe, is Aries. And if that's the case, that means that you are, that's Aries. Uranus is in Aries. So you're going to have maybe some experiences come out of the blue where you can travel, which is what this card represents, Leo. So don't sweat it. When it's the right time, everything will come together. The advice or what's coming in is a sense of hope, a sense of healing. Maybe you have had some challenges in the past and now you feel like you've gone over the hump. And maybe something was really disappointing that occurred. And now you feel like something has happened that gives you this sense of faith or this sense that brighter days are ahead. It might have been a victory. Maybe it was a legal victory. But whatever it is, you're starting to feel a certain positivity. And this is also connected to Aquarius. So I had mentioned Aquarius earlier, so that could possibly be somebody that's figuring into this. And the outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. So that's what I'm talking about with alignment. This card connects to Jupiter. Now Jupiter rules that ninth house of expansion, long distance travel, higher education. So maybe that's something on the horizon for you. And by the way, let's see what's happening for you. You're going to have Jupiter go into Scorpio in October 11th to be exact. So right now it's in your third house. When Jupiter goes into your fourth house, your area of expansion is in home and family. So there might be, maybe you decide to have more children or you bring a child into your life. Perhaps you have experienced some kind of bigger abode, a larger house, a new house, some kind of new situation involving anything around real estate. If maybe even some of you sell that for a living, who knows? But so you could have a lot of luck in that area. So that could be talking about Jupiter going into that fourth house, or even when it's in the third house in Libra, something related to online. When it's in this final month in September in your third house, a culmination perhaps of something related to online. Maybe you're starting an online business, or you just have met somebody that you fall in love with and you met them online. Who knows? But there's a lot of expansive energy with this reading, Leo, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I wish you all the best in September. Bye.